Hi, welcome back. My name is Kalen Kennedy and this is Making Sawdust. I've got another fun build for you this week. I am going to build another one of these. This is a case for my iPad that with some brackets and a strap on the back allow me to attach it to the headrest in my car and lets my daughter watch a little TV on long road trips. This was customized for my iPad 2. My wife has an iPad 3 which is infuriatingly a little bit thicker, just thick enough that it doesn't fit into the case I already built. So let's get started. I think the first thing to do is cut a few pieces to a rough length and go ahead and rip them down to 3/8 of an inch. That's the thickness for the pieces that make up the border of the frame. Now it's time to put a dado in it that'll receive the back panel. I want a 1/4 inch of space behind the panel so that I can glue these brackets in, and I want that panel to extend halfway into the frame. Since the frame is 3/8 of an inch thick, I'm going to make that dado 3/16 of an inch thick. Alright, here we go for a test fit. Got the frame just temporarily onto the 1/4 inch plywood and we've dropped the iPad in there. It fits pretty good. It's got just a little bit of play side to side, top to bottom. What I'm not happy about is the play in the iPad front to back. I think there's almost a 1/16 of an inch that I could shave off of there and make the whole thing a little bit shallower. I'll do that after I put miters on the corners. Here's a pretty cool trick when it's time to mark the length on the last piece. Flip it upside down, line up the miter on one edge, and then just draw your line underneath the other. That line is where we want to cut it. I'll put a little glue down in the grooves to attach to the backing, and I'll also put some glue on the miters to attach to the other pieces of the frame. Since these grooves are so shallow, I don't think it's going to take much glue at all to fill them. Now it's time to create the slot that allows the iPad to slide in from the top. I'll do that with the router whittling away at the frame before I put the face of it on. Alright. That's the kind of fit I like. Snug on the way in, but a little bit of wiggle room once it gets there. That snugness is going to help it from falling out if it ever gets turned over. Only thing left is to turn these pieces of wood into a face frame for this case. Alright, these joints are ready for glue and clamps. And while that glue's setting up, we'll work on the brackets that will attach to the back. It's not going to take a lot of glue to keep these pieces in place. Alright, while we let the glue set up, we'll go ahead and rip some pieces down to a 1/4 inch thick to make the brackets for the back. And once that's dry, the only thing left is to sand it. Well, here it is. I think it turned out pretty well. I even added this hole so you could reach the home screen without taking the iPad out of the case. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it. If you want to see more, subscribe. Tune in next week as I take on my most ambitious build yet. I can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise build for my wife. As always, have a great weekend and get out there and make some sawdust. So maybe you don't want to build something that serves only one function, but with this iPad case you'd be wrong. You don't have to strap it to a headrest. Sometimes we just sit it on a table to watch a little TV with lunch. One time I was in a car without a headrest, so I just strapped it to my hand so my daughter could watch from the seat behind me. And sometimes I just let the butler carry it around. That'll be all, Jeeves.